everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with Let's Get Hip Fridays, and this is the October kit, and it's the first layout that I do with this kit. And if you've been following me for a bit, you know that now Fridays are dedicated to hip kits. And I used to do like 20 layouts with a kit, but I used to get every add-on and everything. And now this month for October, and it's going to be the video right before this one, I did get the main kit and the embellishment kit and the cardstock because I needed some craft cardstock, and there was 2 sheets in there, and there was 4 sheets of white, and you can't go wrong with white. And there was a nice peach color that I'm going to end up using with these papers, and it coordinates really well. All the pattern papers are from the Jen Hadfield Something Home collection, but like I said, it's the video right before this one. And the embellishments are all from her die cut embellishment package. And in that embellishment package, there's a whole bunch of frames and stuff. And when I took it out of the package, the cream frame that I put on top of the other one was sitting like that on top of it, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. And I knew I was going to use all those cream colors, so I thought it framed that other frame really well, and that's where I'm going to do my journaling. Now I'm going into my stash and I'm grabbing some gelatos in 3 colors, but I only end up using 2, and I know one of them is metallic melon, and the other one I'm not sure, but it was basically the same color but without any shimmer in it. And it's going to take me a few minutes. I'm kind of looking at the pattern papers. I don't know if I want to go with that one there. Oh, I absolutely love that. I think that one's pink paisley actually. And I didn't know if I want to use that because I knew that gelatos wouldn't show on that. And I'm going to decide on the stripes. And I mean, this is ×4 and it looks like I'm not even moving, but thank you, Sarah. I'm totally hooked on the killing now. When she mentioned it on her YouTube channel, I already had in my mind that I was going to watch Nashville. So I watched, and I think there's like 5 seasons of that, or there was 4 full ones and the 5th one started, or there was 5 full ones and the 6th one started. Anyway, I'm up to date on Nashville. So then I thought, okay, what else can I watch? And on Netflix, there's The Killing. There's 4 seasons, and I just finished today. Today's what, November 12th? I just finished season 2. So I finally know who did it, who done it. And that was the episode that I was watching, and I was like, oh, I had suspected that person at the beginning, and then I kind of ruled them out, and just I had a feeling it might be this person, but then I was like, well, no. Anyway, I was just like, can't believe it. But anyway, so I have 2 more seasons to watch, and now it's sort of like a new storyline, I believe, that's starting. And I haven't even watched the first show yet. As soon as I go back to working on some pages there, I think today's the 12th, and I still haven't done my Scrap My Stash Saturday video for this Saturday, so I have to get on that because I only have 2 more days, and I like to have stuff ready. And I just want to say, my video was ready for Watercolor Wednesday on Wednesday, and I put it up to upload on Tuesday, and I finally got it to upload on Thursday. It was ridiculous. I don't know what was going on, but I tried several times and it just didn't want to upload. Finally, Thursday night I got it to upload, or Thursday morning, and I just couldn't believe that it took that long. There must have been something going on with YouTube. But anyway, back to this layout. I added some clear gesso because I didn't want to cover that beautiful background. I didn't want to hide it at all. And now, so I use the clear gesso, and I like that because when you look at it in the light, it looks like water stains, and I like that. And now I added some gelatos to a packaging, added some water and dissolved it. And the more water you add, the more soluble it becomes, and the more runny it becomes. And then it's not as bright either. But I wanted to add the other peach color that I had in my gelatos to kind of add, because the metallic melon is very shimmery and the other one is flat. And it kind of reminds me of those shimmers, because some of them are creamies and some of them are inklings. So some of them are non-shimmery and other ones are shimmery. Now I went into my stash and I got my Prima ink, and that's like a pink ink and it's super shimmery. And what I could have done was I could have diluted more of that shimmery gelato and used it to splatter, but this one was a different tone of peach and I wanted to use it. And I can tell you, when I was shaking it, the little protector thing that they have on there came off, and I squirted it and I squirted myself in the face, all over the face. And then there's a die cut that I'm going to use, and it says Celebrate. It's full of little splatters on it, which I didn't even have to splatter. It just happened when I was shaking it. And I, like I said, ended up splattering all myself, everything behind me. And so I'm kind of pinky right now. After I'm all done this, later I'm going to have a shower, because literally it went all in my hair and everything. So I mounted the photo on that peachy cardstock, and now I'm just going to mount it on different pattern papers, making it so that some of it is just part of the photo, and then some other pattern papers are the whole photo. And it's just, again, just to add some interest, just to add some different, it adds almost different textures. So I just keep flipping the pattern papers back and forth and seeing which one I would like better. And if you saw there, I kind of put my hand, because sometimes it's hard for me to visualize what something is going to look like once I cut it. So if I put my hand down, I can kind of visualize what it's going to look like. And so now I decided on this pattern paper here, and I believe this is pink paisley, and on the other side it's all circles that you can punch out, but I love that pattern paper way too much. Now, a little confession here. I did buy the extra pattern papers, but I'm not going to, if I can help it, I'm not going to use it in the 4 layouts. I just want to stick them, it sounds silly, but I just want to stick them in my stash, because I am doing a whole lot more stuff with Scrap Your Stash, and it's hard for me to get 12 by 12 pattern papers in the full sheets, and when I do, it ends up costing me a ridiculous amount of shipping. I end up paying custom because the box is bigger. And so since I'm ordering the hip kit anyway, and I might as well get the extra pattern papers and just put it in my stash, so that when I'm scrapping the stuff from my stash, I have newer papers and older papers. Now, I took that frame, I put a 3x4 Project Life card in behind, and I'm going to do a little cluster there at the bottom. Absolutely love doing that, using a frame, putting some pattern papers in it, or Project Life, and then putting a little cluster, and then putting my journaling right there. One of the Jen Hadfield pattern papers, it was a cutter part, and I ended up cutting the whole, well, about 3/4 of it, I ended up cutting into the little squares that I'm going to use on the different layouts. And then I kept about a 4-inch strip that I can use as the pattern papers, the reverse. Again, because I don't want you to use that other sheet of pattern paper. I want to use it some other time when, I'm using my papers for my stash. Okay, just going to talk a little bit about the photo, because now I'm just ready to start gluing everything down. So this photo is, something that happened this week. On Saturday or Sunday this past week, so like the 7th or 8th, my husband and I went to town, and we've been paying for a third cell phone that nobody was using. Anyway, I called our phone company, and they said that I could change it to an iPad and get a brand new iPad. So basically, the plan that I got, I'm just basically dividing the payments of the iPad over 2 years. There's like no interest, like it's a super good deal. And my iPad was kind of dying. It's like 4 years old. So it was like perfect. I needed a new one and I didn't want to, dish out the $600 all in one shot. So I got an iPad. Now, you've known the drama with my Mac. It's 6 years old, it's super slow, and getting the last class ready was a huge struggle because it took me about 4 times the time to get stuff done because, oh my goodness, it's so slow. It's really old, and it's like I thought I was going to die. I mean, the poor thing, love my Mac. Have nothing bad to say about Macs. I'm a Mac girl all the way. But I mean, it did its time. I have 822 videos on my YouTube channel, did them all with my Mac. And way back when I was using my flip video, it used to take me about 8 hours of processing on my computer to do one video. And I only started using my iPhone about a year ago, so a year and a half ago. So my poor Mac did a lot of work. So it deserves to rest, which I'm gonna end up giving my old Mac to my daughter. So on Monday, so Saturday or Sunday, I got an iPad. On Monday, I went and got a brand new Mac, a MacBook Pro. And oh my goodness, this thing is so fast. I can't believe it. Like, even I was so behind on getting the pictures ready for all the uploads for YouTube and stuff, and on my website, and I got those ready like in no time at all. Doing this process video, like it just cut the time down by a half or more, probably by 3/4. I can't believe it. So totally worth it. Um, just because of time, and like I said, the other Mac was getting up there. But I'm super excited that I have a new Mac and an iPad. I'm just beyond lucky, and I want to do a page about that, and I want to do it in sort of the month that I got them. So one thing I did forget to do was put the date down. I'm just going to put November 2015. Actually, as soon as I'm done the voiceover, I'm going to go and get that done. At first, I thought I was going to call this New Toys, but I don't know. I didn't find that, or My New Toys or something like that. I was thinking, they say toys for big boys. I was going to say toys for big girls, but I just didn't like the way that rolled off my tongue kind of thing. And so I'm going to put My New Toys here for a bit. I was trying to bring in a little bit more aqua navy, and this is where I decided that I'm going to mount the whole thing on navy. And so I went in where I keep the October kit, and I just went, and there was some navy cardstock in that. And so already I've cut up 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern papers, and I've cut up or used one full cardstock and one part of a cardstock for the cream or the peach cardstock, and used up quite a bit of embellishments from the Jen Hadfield. And then I was looking to see if there's any more navy. I wanted more navy. And then I looked at the puffy stickers that were from Pink Paisley. And well, first, when I flipped the page over, the Amy Tanger or the Dear Lizzie gold thickers came off. And then I thought, well, let's put them on a wax paper and see if I can move it somewhere else. Once I got it off, I thought, you know what? I don't really like that. So as I'm looking at the puffy stickers, I see the puffy stickers in pink that says Love This. So I decide on using that instead. And I ended up putting from the wood veneer from the Simple Stories line, We Are Family. I used a little potty girl and a few of the little wood veneer flowers. And then, like I said, I'm going to use the word love this. And then there was a couple or three little hearts, two in pink and one in sort of grayish, almost pinkish little heart. And I'm going to put those on the layout. There was no Jen Hadfield stickers that I found that went with this layout. I want to bring some more navy, so I'm going to go back and find my Heidi Swap Color Shine in navy, and I'm going to sprinkle it, and that's going to complete this layout. So this is layout number 1 using the October hip kit. I'm going to do 3 more layouts, and then I'm going to move on to the November kit. And that's it. I'm gonna, this time I have some pictures because, like I said, I spent about an hour catching up on taking pictures of all the layouts that I've done in the last couple weeks. So go look on my website, NicoleJones911.com, and those will be uploaded there in the next couple days. My hubby will upload them for me. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.